And now, of course, the time you guys have been waiting for. Moving on to the Jordans. We'll work our way down. First up is the Union Jordan 4 in the Taupe colorway, which is this nice gray. The Union 4s are definitely a classic in sneaker collecting, and this colorway does not disappoint. I love the hairy suede that encompasses most of the upper, with the little splashes of this teal and the blue sock liner in there, just giving it a little splash of color while still being pretty monotone. And the laces being unique with that same turquoise being dotted through the laces. I love that touch. And also with the folded and stitched over tongue, adding to that, I think the Union 4s are probably the most comfortable Jordan 4 that you can get because of that and the rest of the materials and design of the sneaker. Really love this pair. Moving on from the Unions, we've got the Travis Scott olive or brown Jordan 4s. These are a friends and family release colorway, so they weren't released for retail. And there are multiple different versions of the olive brown Travis Jordan 4. This is one of them, and you can mainly tell which one it is by the colors of the little lace eyelets on the bottom and top of the laces, and also the back tab panel. This is one of the later colorways, with it having the tortoiseshell eyelets and the back tab being black with red text. Really love this pair. Again, it's nice earth tones, a nice brown, not too flashy. Something unique about this shoe is actually it has a leather interior as opposed to the standard soft, kind of fleecy type material, which can be good and bad. Definitely wearing these during the summer is not the best option because it gets a little hot in there, but otherwise are pretty comfortable. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the White Bred Jordan 4s as was seen in a previous video. I had to get rid of them because I needed a half size up. I didn't realize when getting them, which is unfortunate. You guys can check out my previous videos if you want to check them out. So that's it for 4s. Moving on to 3s, we've got the Ma Maniere Air Jordan 3s, and these are definitely a favorite in my collection. The Maniere Jordan 3s combine all of the factors previously mentioned with having a nice clean colorway, little splashes of color in there with the mostly neutral colors. We got the varying materials with this lovely tumbled leather and this absolutely fantastic hairy suede all along the toe, the back tab, and along the laces. The interior of the sneaker and the sock liner is this quilted material, which makes them super comfortable to be wearing all day, to slip on. And of course, the story behind these is just wonderful. These kill it and are a 10 out of 10 in pretty much all factors you can judge a sneaker by, in my opinion. Moving on from there, we have another one of my personal favorites, the Union Air Jordan 2s. This is the Rattan colorway. I have the flashy yellow laces in here, but putting the matching tan or sail laces in them is definitely a great option to give it a more muted look, but I like the zing of color all over the front of them. I'm just going on the same old spiel with the varying different materials. We've got this canvas all along the toe and some of the side panel, this amazing hairy suede all along the side and over the lace eyelets. We got the tongue with the big Air Jordan patch, and the little lace of stitching, which cries homage to the Union Jordan 1s. These are definitely a favorite. 2s are a favorite silhouette, along with the 3s, and really love this pair. I'd love to get some more 2s. We know those Chicagos and the green 2s are coming out in the near future. Would love to get my hands on those, make some videos about them. But for now, these are the only 2s in my collection. I feel the same as the Manieres, where 2s are a favorite silhouette because this specific sneaker design really does it for me. But there's just not a lot of other colorways that really speak to me. The upcoming Chicagos do definitely deserve a spot in my collection though. And now moving on to everybody's favorites is the Air Jordan 1s. First up, we have the Ma Maniere Air Jordan 1. An absolutely fantastic sneaker with this beautiful crackled leather all over the upper that, once again, just like the Sean Witherspoons, gets better with time and wear. As it slowly crackles off, you get more of that darkness in between the speckles of leather. And then we've got this burgundy to accent the swoosh and behind the ankle collar, and of course the laces. And just like the Maniere 3s, the interior of the sneaker is this quilted. On this one, it's more like a velour. It's very shiny and smooth. The Ma Maniere 1s are an absolutely fantastic sneaker, super clean colorway. Love these guys. Next up, we've got the New York City to Paris Air Jordan 1s. These are actually a Jordan 1 SB. And the design of these guys is that this top layer with the gray and black is for New York City. And then as you wear them more and more, the layer will actually chip off and reveal a peachy pink where the gray is here, and a much darker, more red pink where the black is. Really love this pair, although I don't wear it enough. Need to get wearing it more so I can start to really see the colors underneath, huh? Next up, we've got the recently released Lost and Found Air Jordan Chicago. These are an early batch. I got these back in the springtime, so they are definitely not correct. The one big error in my pair is the comically small Wings logo on the ankle here. But other than that, these are a pretty top tier pair. The leather is super smooth and nice. I like the crackled leather that's on the toe box and the side panel. This pair is just super cool. I really love it, despite my very obvious and pretty terrible flaw. But who cares? We wear our sneakers, right? Next up, we've got the Spike Lee Air Jordan 1s. These are a super cool find. Found them because of another creator in the community. You know who you are. And I just had to have these. Spike Lee being a world-renowned famous director. I love his movies. Being a film person myself, I just had to have these. Once again, with all of the criteria, it being a clean, muted colorway with little speckles of design in there, a cool story behind him with his face print being along the heel here, and the unique tongue tag with his production company and the date that She's Gotta Have It was released. It's just pretty cool. Next up, we've got these, the Travis Scott Jordan Lows, which is in a fantasy, never to be released olive green colorway. Imagine the original Mocha low colorway, but just replace it with this olive green. That's what I've got here. Really love this pair. Not the biggest fan of Travis Scott as a person or of his music, but can't deny his sneakers are pretty nice. A nice muted colorway goes with any outfit. Really like these sneakers, and I really love having fantasy designed sneakers and colorways, ones that haven't been released or will never release. Really appreciate that. And I think that that's one of the best parts of this community is having neat, unreleased, or made-up colorways of stuff. You can't get that for retail, and that's one of my favorite parts of this community. I have got another Travis Scott Jordan, which is the original Travis Scott Jordan High Mochas. These are the first pair I ever got, first pair in my collection. This started it all, as it does for most people. Please don't cringe at me in the comments for getting the Travis Mocha Highs as my first ever sneaker. But again, there's a reason that everybody likes them and everybody tends to gravitate towards them as their first pair. It's a lovely colorway, being just brown, black and white, goes with anything, and it's just got that hit of style with the backward swoosh. It's a lovely pair. Mine are absolutely beat. Moving on to yet another holy grail of my sneaker collection, we have got the Rust Pink Air Jordan 1s. These are from the 2017 Miami Art Basel, and they're absurdly rare and very difficult to find, and very expensive even in our community. I got these for pretty dang cheap, everything considering how difficult these are to find, just because not many people know about them, and so not many people want them, so therefore not many are ever made. Still trying to chase down the Igloos. Maybe one day I'll get those, but for now I got the Rust Pinks. I'm very happy. Wear these guys all the time. An absolute grail of my collection. Next up, we've got the Union Air Jordan 1 in the Storm Blue and Red colorway. I put the yellow laces in there to accent, and I just love this sneaker. It combines all the factors I've talked before. We've got a lovely colorway, this one being a very loud one as opposed to a muted one, with an incredible story behind it, great design, and it's a great silhouette. I will say the one point it's lacking is comfort. We all know Jordan 1s are not comfortable whatsoever, so that's why these guys definitely need those comfy insoles in them. But other than that, an absolute holy grail of people's sneaker collections. And it's for a reason. I do have the other colorway of the Air Jordan 1 Unions, which is the black toe and neutral gray colorway. I also put the yellow laces in here. I like that extra splash of color. These guys are also a fantastic pair. I don't wear them enough. A lovely pair that deserves a spot in anybody's collection. It seems a point of contention which pair people like better. I definitely like the Storm Blues better over these, but a lot of people like these guys, and for good reason. They're a wonderful pair. Next up, we have the Dior Air Jordan 1, and these guys I almost never wear, and for good reason. They are not comfortable because they're so high quality. The leather on these is so thick and stiff that it hurts my toes when I walk around, so I really do not wear these guys often unless it's a special occasion. Honestly, would not recommend unless you get a super crazy deal on them like I did. I picked up an old pair that they were selling off clearance, and that's the only reason why they're in my collection. Aside from that, the sneaker itself is just clean. It's gray and white with the black swoosh. You got the Dior print in the swoosh. It's pretty neat. Obviously, my pair is numbered. I have 2988 out of 8,500. All the details on these are super cool. It's very high quality, very premium across the board with the materials. We got the lace eyelets on there, the embroidery, the Dior text. Everything is super high quality about the sneakers, but it's for that reason that I never wear them, because I don't like them. And moving on from there, we have one of my personal favorites and countless others' personal favorite sneakers, the Off-White Air Jordan 1. This is my least favorite colorway of them in my collection, the Euro white colorway. I've got some flashy laces in them. These pair are absolutely beat. I got them used for a dang good deal, but the Off-White Air Jordan 1s are just like a couple of the other sneakers I mentioned, with them getting better with age. As these guys get dirty, as they get ripped up, as they get creased, they look better. The panels start changing color slightly. The side panel, the one around the ankle and the toe, being made out of this soft spongy material, will get dyed a yellowy tinge, and the leather will start to crease and rip up and get tinged brown. Really love how these guys age. Moving on from the Euro colorway though, we have the Chicago Off-White Air Jordan 1s, which are objectively one of the greatest sneaker collaborations of all time. The Air Jordan 1, the Chicago colorway, Virgil's twist on it, it's just all a 10 out of 10. There's a reason why this pair is so sought after and why everybody's got it in their collection, because it's an absolute grail. Once again, these guys age beautifully like a fine wine. The more you wear them, the better they get, with the leather panels getting curled up and the soft spongy mesh getting dyed as you get them dirty. And last but not least, my personal favorite pair in my collection, but also the worst pair in my collection, is the Canary Yellow Off-White Air Jordan 1s. As we know, these guys are yet to be released. They've been seen in Virgil's museum exhibits, but because of that, there's not a lot of demand for them, and so high quality pairs don't seem to exist in the community. This is a very, very bad quality pair. The sole is laughable. You can squeeze it in half, and a lot of the details on these is just terrible. The tongue's the wrong shape, the lace holes are all in the wrong spots and not even. The text on the interior is offset and it's way smaller than it's supposed to be. The leather quality on this yellow here that comes up over the laces is just pretty atrocious. But aside from that, I still love them. I really love yellow. It's my favorite color, and these are just an absolute slam dunk of a sneaker for me. I really hope that one day, if more people want these, if they are potentially released, we'll get higher quality pairs of these, because I would love to rock these with confidence and comfort. But that's it from my sneaker collection. That's what I've got thus far. So that's it, and I'll see you guys next week. Adios.